I'm here with Cathy Lyndon from MinterEllison, who's just presented a really engaging paper on how you engage in recruitment in this day and age, taking into account all your obligations under the Sex Discrimination Act and other anti-discrimination laws. But I think the thing that was most interesting about Cathy's presentation was her focus on trying to marry the enterprise's diversity and inclusion policy with the recruitment process. So I thought I'd ask you, Cathy, how do you do it?
Thanks. It's not always easy to do it. I think the first thing that organisations need to do is make sure they're clear in what their diversity policies are going to look like. What are they aiming to achieve by way of that? The second thing is to have a really careful look at what your recruitment processes are and have a look at it from the outsider's perspective. Is it something that is going to be open and easy for someone that comes from a different background to be able to successfully make an application and know what they need to do to get a job with your company? That's going to be the first step in opening up your workforce and encouraging a diverse workforce. The other thing that is really important is to make sure that in processes that you aren't entrenching any inherent biases in relation to how you are undertaking the employment screening. Now, that may be through AI for doing that initial screening of job applications. It may be through something like looking at which university the applicant went to. And if you're only focusing on a certain cohort, you're going to be missing out on a lot of good applicants in relation to that. Finally, the last point in the recruitment process is making sure that it's when you go to interview someone, that you are undertaking the interviews or your selection process in a way, again, that is open. Asking applicants if they need any support to be able to participate in that process. And then part of that process is making sure that you're really focusing on what you need in the job. So not asking about irrelevant questions, about irrelevant characteristics, but really focusing on what the job really needs and listening carefully to those answers and being open to some new ideas in relation to that as well.
Cathy, thank you very much.
My pleasure.